should definitely do the hipster beanie next time. I don't know if you can hear that, but I'll take a video. There's literally 4 guys doing construction, just pounding away at some concrete right outside of our apartment, so bear with me. I wanted to document Huntsville because I feel like it is filling up with just mega mansions, super fancy boats, and people who don't reflect the old country vibe that I'm used to seeing up there as a kid. And I wanted to document kind of that country, old small town for my kids and for other people to see this beautiful place through the way that I remember it and how I see it. I chose to photograph this whole project on R2 film cameras. So every single photo you'll see in this video are all on film. The first camera that I have just really fallen in love with as well is our Pentax 6x7. This is a medium format camera. It takes 120 film. And it has a 55mm lens, which is an equivalent to about we'll just say like a 24mm lens. It's a wide angle. I loved capturing landscapes on this camera while we were out over the few days that we were in Huntsville. The next camera I shot on was the Pentax K1000. This is actually my grandpa's camera. So it was really fun to go up to Huntsville, where I spent a lot of time with my grandpa, and use his camera to document it. And so day 1 of this project, my wife and I had actually just gotten back from shooting a wedding completely on film in California. We got home July 2nd, landed at about 11 a.m. We came back here, repacked our bags, unloaded all of our California luggage, packed again, and drove up to Huntsville, which is about 2 hours from where we live. And we hauled up there, and the first stop in this project was a little pass that we call Trapper's Loop. It has just some super fun rolling green hills, and it just had the perfect clouds just spotted across the sky, really deep blue sky, really green hills, and that's something I've always remembered from traveling up to Huntsville, is taking that drive through Trapper's Loop, so I thought it'd be a good spot to take some photos. The first shot at 400 ISO, but I am going to be shooting these rolls all one step overexposed, so I metered that shot for 200 ISO. So essentially just took it down from f16 over here to f11 over there. So we'll probably see a difference in the light between those two photos. But yeah, I'm just going to be documenting the town that I grew up spending my summers in. We're going to have the 4th of July here, and I'm stoked to take photos of everything. After we got to our home in Huntsville, we got set up, said hi to all the family, and we actually have some good friends who also spend the 4th of July in Huntsville. One of my wife's best friends from elementary school has also gone to the 4th of July in Huntsville every year, just like I have. So we linked up with them and we were able to just ride some of our fun old bikes. They had a tandem bike actually, and we just got to cruise around the town. All right, day 2, July 3rd. It was a Sunday. I took literally no video. We just kind of hung out together as a family, and then in the evening we went and drove around to all of my favorite spots from Huntsville. We went to some really just memorable spots that honestly, in some places I hadn't even spent time in, but I've just always seen, I always thought they looked fun. And I've just attached memories to now over the years of being there. So we got to drive around, and yeah, I'll just show you guys all those photos. I was able to find a composition I liked that kind of separated the photo into essentially 2 different squares with the fence running straight down the middle of the photo. You've got the horses in the background, kind of on the right side, and some sheep on the left, and just some really beautiful old barns and really nice hazy light in the background of those hills. The next photo is probably the best from the trip. This is a barn that as you're coming into Huntsville town, you drive past it and it just sits by itself in this field. I actually wasn't sure if I was going to photograph this barn this evening, but I'm so glad I did. It turned out amazing. It's so sharp. This is by far one of my favorite photos I've ever taken. I love this composition. This is that same horse pasture, the first photo we took, but facing west instead of facing north. I love in this photo the winding river leading you towards the rundown home in the background. On the right side, kind of where the sun is setting, there's a bird flying through there. It was actually an osprey, which for me at least, I know they live all over the place, but there are a lot of them specifically in Huntsville. And so I thought that was a unique little element that most people won't notice, but I love that I captured that special bird. They're so unique looking, flying through this image. There was a nest just up to the left of us and he had just taken off from there. But yeah, I love the leading line of the river, and I think that this is a really balanced photo for me. All right, day 3 of this trip, 4th of July. We got up at about 6 a.m. Super early wake-up call. It was brutal to go catch some glass out on Pine View Reservoir. This lake gets crammed over this whole weekend just with tons of people, their big, fat, fancy surf boats. So we tried to get up early to beat the crowd, and we totally did. We also got some amazing light. After recovering from the freezing cold morning at the lake, we had the parade at 10 a.m., so it was a pretty quick turnaround. I was so stoked to capture the parade. The Huntsville Parade, arguably, at least in my very biased opinion, It's got to be one of the best parades in Utah. I haven't been to another one, so I don't really know what I'm competing with, but the old time, just classic tractors, cars, horses, just super fun colors of the old buildings, the big park. It's just the perfect scene for what I picture a 4th of July parade being. Just classic, small town USA, super patriotic, really fun environment to be in. So I was stoked to capture photos from this day. So after some root beer, some barbecue, a lot of barbecue, and a ton of 4th of July parade candy, we just crashed. And then once the light started getting a little bit better, I went and explored the field out behind the property that we have. I'm just getting a few photos from around the house that I've always just looked at and liked, and I'm looking forward to seeing how they all turn out. Still shooting on Portra 800 and 35mm and Pro 400H in 120. So it should be really nice, very different colors, but I'm still excited. The 4th of July was really fun. We had the parade, and a little fair type thing afterwards, and yeah, I got a lot of fun photos there, so looking forward to developing those and showing them to you guys. I really love this photo of the 3 horses because the tree almost frames them in the negative space where the branches are going up from each horse. I've tried to make that happen. The horse on the right is a little overlapped, but I love the overall scene, and I think it draws your eyes to the horses because they are highlighted by that light behind them. To finish off the evening, we took some fun firework photos. Our cousins from Arizona brought in a big old fireworks show for us that we set off in the backyard. Almost caught the backyard on fire, but ended up being a lot of fun. So, was this project a success? I would say so. We took some really fun photos. I think that some of them are some of my best photos I've ever taken, to be honest. And I think that I went with the intent to capture the vibe of the town, which I believe I really got, and I got all the celebrations that I wanted to really document. But I do wish I'd got more photos of the family, of the friends that were there, because really the most cherished memories are the people that you're there with. So I'm gonna have to add on to this project next year and really focus on getting some great portraits of everyone. So there will be a part 2 to this video, but you guys are gonna have to wait a year to see it. So otherwise, I love this photo. If you guys do watch this, please give it a like. Start subscribing. I would love to build this channel a little bit just as a fun hobby on the side. I'm supposed to be making a wedding video right now, but I do not want to, so this is what we're doing instead. But yeah, give me some feedback in the comments. Let me know which photos you liked. If you have any other, I know my family will be watching this. If you guys have any memories of Huntsville, any specific spots you can think of that you would want photographed, I do want this to be an ongoing project for me as I document this town. I know there are tons of other spots that I didn't get to in the 3 days we were there. So let me know, and we should go up there all together and get some more photos.